1. Hello, everyone. My name's Chachi. Welcome back to In Our Humble Opinion. Tom's back for this one. He feels better. How you feeling, Tom? You doing better? I told everybody you were sick.
Yeah,
It's like my man's
I'm
down.
feeling okay. Whole house went down, so that's not fun.
That's rough. That happens to the greatest. Okay, everybody. We're gonna go over last week's. Well, I guess technically last week's conference championship games. Do you want to start them in the order they went and just give our analysis and everything?
Let's do it.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
let you start though, because it's the This will
yeah,
be the Ravens, so
yeah.
let's do
So the
it.
Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Baltimore Ravens 17-10. I thought both takeaways games. I like Kansas City's game plan. It was very good. They stuck with the run even when it really wasn't working very well. They stayed balanced. They got a lead early. Their defense played really well against the Ravens, even though I don't know what the Ravens were doing. Their game plan was very weird. They were trying to throw deep patterns all day and play had no type of run balance. It was just a throw happy offense. It was very weird. Defensively, they kind of hit their stride in the second half. Both defenses. Uh, the Chiefs kind of stammered. Their Ravens defense tried to keep them in the game, but you couldn't score. You had the fumble by Zay at the 1 yard. I don't know if it really made a difference. I feel like the Chiefs played the better game. Honestly, I want to give them their credit. Travis Kelsey played really well in the game. Mahomes made the plays when he needed to, and the defense did a very good job of tackling as well. They didn't give up a lot of big plays. Um, there were a couple where they really didn't. I don't know what was going on. Like the one where Zay Flowers was wide open. I don't know what happened on that play, but they just didn't cover him. But for the most part, it was a defensive battle. One team stuck to their game plan. The other one did. I mean, I guess it was their game plan, but it was not the. I don't know what they were doing. They ran the ball 6 times, which is crazy, considering you're the number one ranked rushing offense. And this is the thing that I don't get, Tom. The week before, Buffalo literally had the lead in this game because they did that. They ran on them. They showed you got to, and it ain't like you don't have a mobile quarterback. You have to run on them. That's what Buffalo did. They ball controlled their. Instead, the Ravens, like you were saying, we were talking during the game, texting. They panicked. They panicked, and it's what it looked like. It looked like they got scared because they were down early, and then they didn't want to run the ball unless that was their game plan. I'm not sure, and it's getting like ridiculous. I like Harbaugh. I'm not saying fire him. Obviously, he's a great coach, but he has to do better in these big games. He comes out with like these weird game plans that just don't work. The team looks like they're in a panic. I don't know, but overall, Chiefs played better, and the refs I didn't think did a really bad job. I thought the Ravens were a little too chippy in that game, and don't get me wrong. I think some of the Chiefs players should have got some taunting penalties too. It was a little ridiculous that you pick on one side with that, but okay, because Kelsey was doing that a lot, but he played great. Can't even hate on him. But Zay's was over excessive though. I get why they threw his. The man like threw the ball at the guy. Can't do that. And then the roughing ones, I can't even say anything. Clowney hit him in the face. I'm only bringing this up, Tom, because everyone wanted to brought up that graphic like, oh, they picked the one refs that always give more penalties to the home team. No, the refs did fine in this game. They missed one call.
Yeah,
The one with what's his name, where Likely got held. That was bad. But
yeah.
besides that, they did really well. I thought they called all the holding calls correctly. It's another thing. I thought the Ravens' offensive linemen, which have been a weakness all year on the edges, got exposed a little bit. They got beat a lot. The one fumble was definitely Ronnie Stanley turnstile. Man, that was easy on that one. It looked bad. It just came right around to hit him in the back, knocked the ball out. Overall, though, Chiefs played the better game. I just want to make that clear. No excuses. Refs did a really good job. I thought I mean, come on, guys. I saw people arguing the one where the dude smacked Mahomes in the face. Come on, dude, that's a penalty. He didn't mean it. I get it, but it's still a flag. You smacked the guy in the head. No, that. I don't think Tom. I don't think you had to deal with him. I don't think anyone's been hit in the face understands how strong those D linemen are, the interior linemen. Trust me, that hurt. That hurt a lot. That man smacked him full board.
When they get hands in the face, dude, that shit hurts. I don't
That's a
care what.
strong man. Mr. Jones is strong. That was a strong fella.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, now you
like
could go. You could go. So
with
overall,
dude with the Ravens, one thing I never understand, like, um, and it's all these it's like their whole like, no offense, fans should be super excited, right?
uh-huh.
But they're sitting there painting the town, trying to do these murals, making fun of Taylor Swift. They get so distracted, man. instead of like focus on like, dude, like you know, I mean, and that kind of, and I'm telling you, it kind of like, you know, it does get to the team to a point. You know, this whole like, you know, like instead of just focusing on, you know, they're like this whole like, you know, the whole fan base like, we're gonna beat Taylor Swift. Dude, who cares?
Yeah, no, nobody
Go beat
cares.
the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, I agree.
Show that you're the best team. You know, Todd Monken, I mean, dear Lord, that is a god-awful game plan.
Yeah, why
I
run
don't
the
know what
ball?
you're doing. I'm sorry.
Run
It
the
just
ball.
makes 0 sense. Dude, I don't, yeah, you know, at this point, yeah.
Well, here's the thing, Tom. Gus
And
Edwards.
what
Oh my
honestly
God.
is more, to me, Chacho, it's more damning is John Harbaugh proved that.
Yeah, that's my thing. He does this every time.
I'm sorry, like that does, at some point, he is responsible. It's just like what, like every, you know, a lot of the Packer fans, they talk about Matt LaFleur with Joe Barry, right?
Yeah.
He is responsible. He approves those game plans.
Yeah.
That is his stamp of approval.
Yeah.
Whatever happens out there is him.
Yep.
And it's the same for John Harbaugh when it comes to offense. They review the game plan.
I agree.
And if you're telling me that he approves 6 rushes, you're who?
Well,
So
here's the
John,
thing. Here's the
how are
thing.
you not on the headset? How is like no one, you know? And I understand. Look, a lot of these teams analytically, they look at like, hey, first down, we want to throw, and what we want to do is get a quick check down and then get like 2nd and 5 around the ball, right? They want to kind of open it up, the run game. But at some point, it's like, dude, sprinkle it in. You have to do something different.
Yeah.
And Todd Monken did absolutely nothing. When he finally adjusted and did no huddle, they were playing prevent defense. The game was over.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. By far.
It was just. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't look prepared.
Dude, I just. Yeah, dude.
Defense. Oh my God, man, that is a elite championship defense that just was wasted again.
No, it really was. It really. I mean, I can't even hate on them. Like, and this is my thing with their defense. This is why you missed the opportunity. You had guys playing amazing. Are they going to keep that level up? Is Arthur Millette still going to be that good next year? Because he wasn't before this year. And I've been talking about him all year. He played good again yesterday. He had one bad play, and it was at the end. And I mean, you can't even count that the game was over. But
I mean, it really wasn't a bad play.
Great throw.
Great throw. A really fast receiver.
And a great throw. Great throw.
I mean,
God.
That's one thing I gotta say, dude.
God, it was a great throw.
Kelsey made.
Oh, he's amazing.
Catches all day. Mahomes did. What I loved about Mahomes in this game,
Composed.
he took what the defense gave
Yes.
him, but he also like touch passes.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh my. To catch the ball.
Dude, that last one was. He knew who he was throwing to. That's all I'm gonna say. He said, "I'm gonna throw the gentlest deep ball you ever seen. Like, there's no way this man could drop this. It looked like a beach ball. That's how perfect he threw it."
Yeah. MVS in Green Bay was a big high point guy. He was terrible hitting in stride. You were better off throwing him something quick.
Well, here's the genius of that one too that I thought that was like missed. He threw it where if Millette would have like made a play, they probably would have got a PI call because he put enough air under it where he would have ran into him. And it was smart. It's like either way, we're gonna get this first down. I was like, that's a smart throw because he's gonna run through him. You know what I mean?
You make a good point.
There's no way he's
really
missing. That's why Lamar. Lamar, the only throw that frustrated me was everyone's like, that was a bad throw into triple coverage. I know what Isaiah likely wanted him to do. He wanted him to throw it real high at the back of the end zone, which would have been smart. He's taller than the guy. The throw was just too low. But like you said, the game was over. I can't blame him. I'm like, hey, he was trying to make a play, whatever. They needed a miracle. I can't even.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired of everybody saying Lamar's choking, dude.
No, it was not him.
Skill set, right? I mean, even Rex Ryan said it on Get Up yesterday. Like, dude, you have Lamar Jackson. It's not Peyton Manning. Lamar Jackson's skill set is way different. And when he's at his best is when you're able – every quarterback's at their best when you can run the ball. But with him, you can use RPO. You can do so many more things to just highlight his skill set. Like, do it.
Well,
like, I don't understand. In a championship moment, you should be pulling everything in the kitchen sink at the Chiefs.
Yes.
Like, Jesus, how – like, think about this. How in the world is Green Bay able to? The Green Bay Packers. I love my Packers, but they had no business playing with that team this year, and they beat them.
Yeah.
Because they attacked them on the outside. They ran the ball really effectively with A.J. Dillon, the human changeup, Love him, but man, he is slow.
No, you're right. You're right.
But like, yeah, and on defense, they did a really good job. Like, this is where Joe Barry's defense in that soft ass cover four works.
No, no, no. That dude, you were, dude. I
It forces him to be so patient, and he get it like Mahomes and them just get so
the
frustrated.
frustration with me is if like say I could even give you a little bit of a break if like the first three runs of the game the Ravens were getting like -5 yards or something ridiculous. Gus Edwards' first run, he got 15 yards. Like, what are you doing? You're like, we're gonna run him two more times, and that's it. And here's the other thing: everyone's like, anyone that says, oh, after that he only got like 1 yard on the other two runs or whatever. The thing is, you also ran him in the first quarter and then didn't run him till the third quarter. Like you didn't even like keep him going. He had momentum. Run the guy.
What's ridiculous is Justice Hill had a good year. You also have a fresh Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, yeah. What is
like,
going on?
Like you're telling me you can't manufacture a few runs here and there? Like I'm sorry, man.
It had a
I'm
lot of
looking at
it had a lot of like the Kyle Shanahan type thing that he does sometimes where it's like I'm smart, watch what I'll do. And I'm like, bro, just win the game, dude.
honestly, I don't even know if it's smart. It's just like people, some of these coaches, they just get in their head in terms of like, well, shoot, the first intent pass didn't work to open it up, so we're gonna just keep throwing because it's instead of dude, just hand it off.
Hand it off,
Line
yeah.
up in a passing formation, spread them out, hand the ball off.
Oh,
And get 5 yards and make it third and manageable.
okay. Let me make sure. I want to.
It was just so they panicked. Todd Monken panicked.
But
That's
I will
exactly
give.
what
I'm
happened.
going to give credit to the Chiefs because I've been. Remember what I've been saying all year, and even you went back on them a little bit. Like I don't know. I'm telling you. I told everybody they're champs, and you got to beat them, and nobody wanted to beat them this year. And see what happened. They played smart football. Andy Reid's a good coach. They turned their team into what it was.
That's the one thing I'll give Mahomes after that Tampa Super Bowl. He understood you got to stop playing hero ball.
Yeah, yeah, he did. Oh my God, they got a running back.
He made in the play. He was still a hero. There were throws he made.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like the one where he was getting hit and he like lollipopped it to Kelsey.
What a catch
Kelsey
too!
Just made that unbelievable catch. Like that's a hero play.
Oh, by the way, if anyone,
but it's not like you don't need a deep shot.
you
That's
can,
just to keep the chains moving and keep Lamar off the field.
you all can do your little Swifty thing and make fun of like the fact. And by the way, they do not put her on TV too much. They only put her on TV when he scores or something, which makes sense. That's her boyfriend. Okay, stop. I mean,
I'm tired of like.
she's not even that bad. She's a normal
I'm
fan.
tired
Jesus.
of all the NFL conspiracy theorists of this stuff scripted.
It's
How
not.
do you script someone getting hit?
It's not.
Like,
No,
please
it's
get
not.
out of here. You guys are
But
just
if anyone wants to know how good that guy is, watch that game because he made the touchdown catch. Dude was such a good catch. You know how many people would have that ball would have hit the ground? He made plays. He was amazing, amazing.
No, dude, he's. I mean,
Hall of Famer,
no,
great
like,
player. I mean,
oh, hands down. I
yeah.
mean, no, just the Chiefs. Like again, I mean, dude. Another thing, how Green Bay beat the Chiefs, they kept them off the field. I mean, I'll tell you, like one of the things that I got to do the analysis of this because when a team gets up 7-0 in a game like that, in like that first drive they scripted, it goes perfect, and you go, oh shit.
Yeah. Well, here's what's
you know how like and think when you're a road team, like that's what even like Green Bay was able to do. They kicked like but what sucked in San Francisco is they didn't go up 7, they went up 3, and they kind of let the Kansas City hang around or San Francisco hang around.
here's the
they couldn't really take the crowd out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, here's the frustrating thing with this game for me, Tom. You remember in 2019 when they lost to the Titans? The thing with that game that wasn't like I can let go easier with that loss is they couldn't stop Tennessee's running game, so it was just like inevitable. Like the thing they were all the throwing it had to happen because they looked the same as they did in this game on offense, like sloppy, and their game plan was dumb, right? But in that game, I get why you abandoned the run after a while. You were like, they're running for 300 yards. The thing in this game that's frustrating is your defense. I thought that was going to be a blowout because I was like, oh, the offense can't do anything. They're going to keep giving them the ball. The defense should have been tired. They kept coming back and stopping them. I was like, they are trying to give you this, like, keep you in this game, but you guys don't want to score. And I'm like, come on. They're literally like every time Kansas City would get the ball, stop them, Stop them. Give you another
They
shot.
did a good. They did a good job of. They kept four deep, like four, like
Yep.
even like Karlofskis and those guys. They don't. They have DNs that are willing to kind of contain,
Hmm.
and they really did a good job of, keeping him in the pocket, kind of forcing him to make throws. I mean, Lamar still made Lamar plays. He's going to, but they
Okay.
limited the explosive run plays from him.
Yep.
Other than it's amazing to think that the most explosive play from the Ravens offense, other than Zay Flowers, was Lamar catching the ball and running for like 20 yards.
I know. I thought he was. If that guy didn't get his ankle, he might have been gone. It should have been the greatest play
Yeah,
ever.
no, seriously, like that was a heck of a play, man.
No, I want to give credit to their secondary because they tackle very well. Eric Reed had a very good game. He played very well in that game. He was tackling everybody.
Their secondary is awesome. I think what's the craziest thing about that game plan, just going back to it, man, the Chiefs are one of the worst run defenses in the NFL.
Yeah, why aren't you running it? Yeah.
It's just like, the Ravens have the number one in attempts. It's like, we're gonna get to the Detroit San Francisco game.
Well, this is
from our sponsor. No, I'm just kidding.
this is my thing too. I just can't let it go because now you guys done made it where am I going to be excited for Keaton Mitchell? Or are you going to give him the ball, or is he just going to next year not get the ball at all? Like, what do we do? Like, come on now, let's do that.
Well, the Ravens are gonna have a process, and it's gonna take till week 17 for him to actually get like 10 carries.
Yeah.
That's because of the injury. I mean, who knows, man? He may never be the same. That was bad.
That hurt them because
he just landed weird.
that's sad because that dude, I really liked him. He was good. He had some explosion. That man was gone when he got It's pretty good.
But I guess speaking of coaches that are
well, I was making a joke about that because everybody was making a joke because the way they just called this game. I'm like, what was that? I'm with Tom. Kansas City deserved the game though, absolutely. Pat Mahomes, a freaking wizard. But overall, Rasheen Rice too. I want to give him credit. Young dude can play. Very good hands. Like him.
And if you listen to like Romo, he's gotten really good at understanding the coverage and just sitting down sometimes.
Yep.
He's shifty. Dude, he's a really good compliment to Kelsey.
He is.
And you know what? MVS
is a great guy to deep threat. Yeah, he compliments the team too.
And you know what? In the playoffs, he shows up.
Yeah.
Never, the regular season he has his issues. He always has. He's always had drops. Green Bay he did too. But you know what? He's made a lot more big plays than bad plays. So I think,
Yeah.
Anyways,
and quit hating on KC. Good team. Hey, good.
I'll say this. This is now where so them being in the Super Bowl and also Mahomes trying to get, is this number 4
Mm-hmm.
or number 3?
Number three. Fourth time there.
Yes, this would be your third potential.
If he wins, yeah.
This is now we're trying to start talking about, hey, Tom Brady territory. Hey, could he get there, right? And do some of the Tom Brady-esque things. I mean, he still got a long way, but it's kind of cool to see it because he does it, man. I mean, I gotta give him that. He
good
adjusted
player,
his game.
I mean, he's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like him. I love him, man. He's a great player, man. Nothing to talk about.
You want to go to the Detroit San Francisco game?
Yeah. Hey, let's do it. Congratulations, Kansas City. You earned it, buddy. Go for it, guys.
Yeah.
Go Swifties. Let's see what you got.
Heck yeah. Well, I think what's really interesting about the San Francisco and the Super Bowl, right?
Do you want to do the game first?
For
okay, start with
Kyle
that.
Shanahan.
Yeah. If you're not,
it really is this guy can't finish, and I'm gonna. This is what I'll say about their playoff run.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think their team is as good as people I'll say the Fox analysts. Sorry, Greg Olson. I gotta call you out.
Yeah.
You gotta stop drooling about Brock Purdy. He is.
Yeah, I agree.
He is a tier 3 quarterback that Kyle Shanahan coaches up real well.
Yeah.
That's that. And we're gonna leave it at that. But good for him. Dude, he's making the most of. I'm not gonna say anything about a guy making the most out of his opportunities and winning ball games now.
He's a good quarterback. He is good. He's a good quarterback.
Yeah. But please stop making him out like he's the MVP.
No, let's make sure we give 15 his love in this Super Bowl, not the other guy, okay? Because I've been hearing too much about 13, okay? 15's the legend, okay?
13's in for a little bit more of a rude awakening in this game.
Yes.
Because I think Andy Reid's a lot smarter than So what I'll say with the San Francisco though, what they've proven to me as a team is they're showing that team almost desperation,
Mm-hmm.
and they will find ways to win because like this is a legacy definer for a lot of players on that team. They've come so close and they can't do it.
No, I agree.
And I think that and I think the big difference is when Kyle Shanahan uses Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
That is the difference. You know, Deebo Samuel, he's electric, whatever. Man, whatever. Really, that offense runs because of just like when you get Christian McCaffrey one-on-one with someone, I guarantee you it's a missed tackle.
Well,
Like,
here's
San
the
Francisco might be one of the only teams in the NFL, I swear, if you hit them in the thigh board, they don't go down.
no, none of them,
They're
none of
just
them.
so tough to get down, man. They're like.
Here's the thing, like
This loss, though, I'm gonna pin it though. That is all Dan Campbell.
by the way,
and, like,
let me say the score real quick now. 49ers won
go ahead.
34-31. They came back from a 17-point deficit. They were trailing 24-7 to Detroit at halftime. Tom will explain. Go.
Yeah, well, same thing with Green Bay, right? I think Green Bay was beating them, or maybe they actually were. At some point, they were trailing Green Bay, but same thing. They made it was 21 to 7. You know, they were able to come back from 2 scores, which isn't a lot, but they were able to do it. Anyways, dude, with Brock Purdy, man, with this game, it's truly to me, it's a lot of it's on Dan Campbell.
I agree.
Like I don't understand the risks on 4th down.
No.
I understand that's what you do in the regular season, and you know what? Honestly, I get it, dude. Take the points on the road. It's one of the simplest principles. I don't even want to hear about the analytics, the probabilities of conversion, whatever. The playoffs are so weird. Any little thing makes a massive difference. The last thing you want to do is be chasing points, and that's what they did at the end of the game because you left 6 out there.
Yep.
It was so stupid. And then the most egregious thing. At the end of the game, when you have 2nd and goal, you run the ball and kill a timeout. That was as dumb as it gets.
That was pretty
and
stupid,
then
yeah.
Forced you to go kick an onside kick. I'm sorry, Dan Campbell. I really like you as a coach, but what the heck are you doing? My God.
No, yeah, Goff
this is
played a
bad.
great game. You could have threw it. It ain't like he was doing a bad job, you know?
No, that was. I feel like my wife's a Detroit fan. Her family is. I feel terrible.
Me, yeah.
Because that, look, Green Bay. I do think Green Bay was not better than the San Francisco. They had them. San Francisco wasn't very good, but they had them. But I don't think. I don't think it was Green Bay's time. I do believe in that sometimes too.
I agree.
But man, dude, Dan, that is just, it's so dumb. I don't understand what the heck you were thinking. Just because you've done it all year, and you're not sending a message to your team, you're saying, hey, I'm going to play the odds at the end that my guys are better than your guys if it's a 1-score game, and we're going to win it that way. Not, I think we're tougher and I'm a player's coach and I'm just going to do it because that's what we do. So
it was, yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I got to get off my Detroit, man. You played a heck of a game. I mean, other than I think the one thing that showed up that they had problems with all year is the
secondary.
Their secondary is terrible, and it really kind of showed its colors in the second half. But
yeah, the Brock. Yeah, good. I'm sorry.
No, San Francisco again. I do think they're deserving to be there. I don't want people to. I'm just I'm not excited about the Super Bowl because it feels like it's always the same 2 teams. But there's look, San Francisco's trying to cement the legacy.
Yeah.
And there's, like I said, there's something to be said about that. And they're finding ways to win. And honestly, that's all that matters at the end of the day. No one cares about.
Well, you ain't gonna remember any of these games and lead up to the Super Bowl. If you win the Super Bowl, everyone loves you. That's all you do.
Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, at this point, but yeah, Detroit, man, a lot of that blame goes on Dan Campbell. Just don't know what you're doing, man. You had him. You had that team.
Yeah.
And they got too arrogant too quick.
No, they really did. They really did.
But sorry, Josh, I know I cut you off.
Oh, no. The only thing I was going to say, my sentiments exactly. I agree. I don't know what. That run, like you said, the field goals were. I don't get going for it. That was awful by Dan Campbell. But because you had all the momentum. I don't get kicking. I thought it was funny that the one that he did it on, the second one, it right after that, they scored and then got the fumble to make the game even. So it's like it compounded. You could have been up 27 to, I believe, 14, and instead they scored, then you fumbled, and then it's just a mess. It's like, why?
Well, yeah, and I'll blame too. I mean, dude, Reynolds, you can't drop passes like that. Man.
Two of them.
Like,
He dropped two fourth downs. Bro, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta get like this is where I'll give Dean Campbell this. You had the right play call, man. Like, yeah. It was there, but it's just like I think sometimes like the situational awareness of like, dude, you gotta. Dude, just take the points, man. Like, Green Bay did that, and they've done that multiple times this year. Or not even, they won't take points, or like Carlson will miss an extra point, like the Pittsburgh game. They chase that point all day long.
I think it's
and they killed them at the end. And then, again, San Francisco, same thing. They had a 4th and 2 in the red zone. Look, at least come out with something.
Yep.
That field goal was the difference.
Yep.
You actually could have been trying to go ahead and win the game.
Yep.
At the end.
Yep.
Which is a lot different than trying to tie it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude.
You actually might have taken the lead. You don't know. I mean, that's what's so dang frustrating. Is like just in the playoffs, points are at a premium. Just take them. Don't overthink it.
No.
Like sometimes, yes, it's like, hey, this team is trash and we got them. But I don't know. Sometimes, man, you just never know.
No, I agree.
That's what makes the playoffs beautiful sometimes.
Yeah, mistakes loom large sometimes, and you don't even know it. San Francisco, I just want to give the credit. I liked Purdy. He did a great job running, though, in the second half. I do give him that. He did a great job scrambling, made a lot of plays. Did a good job. Made some good throws, too. But let's be fair. I think Tom's right. Sometimes it's kind of your time, too, like for San Francisco, because some of those plays were – the one he threw a pick, and it lands right in Ayuk's hands after it hits the guy's helmet. He should have picked it. It was a terrible throw. Let's be fair. Don't give me that. And like you said, these announcers, and by the way, Tom, love Greg Olsen. Normally one of my favorites, but he said, no, it's bad TV. You say the same thing 20 times in every broadcast with him. It's like, stop. It's very annoying. And this is why it's going to look bad, Tom. If they do this against Kansas City, say that happens. One of these games where they get behind like this, if they end up getting blown out, you saying, look how he's not afraid to let him take over the game. It looks really dumb. It's like, okay, so he's not afraid to let him make more mistakes? Like, how does that mean
What I get frustrated with, though, Chops, too, is, like, right now, like, Kyle Shanahan's just, like, going, hey, like, take off and run.
Yeah.
Right? What I would love, I mean, I was talking to someone yesterday. I said, dude, put a spy on him and hit him.
Yeah.
Who cares if it's late? Get a 15-yard flag. He's so tiny. You hit him right.
Oh, yeah, he's little. Well, we saw with the Eagles last year. That's what ruined. I mean, he gets hurt. He's a little dude. Like you said.
Well, he's a little dude, but also, like, dude, he has zero pocket awareness.
Oh, zero.
For how small he is. Like, that's the thing. Like, what makes, like, Russell Wilson different at that
size? He has good pocket presence.
Russell Wilson has pocket awareness and will extend the play. Dude, I don't know what, like, Brock Purdy, like, every time I watch a game of you, you're like, the guard is getting walked into your lap, and you're not backing up. You're just standing there and stepping into throws and getting your arm hit. Like, you're too small, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I don't actually understand it. It's like, that's any solid quarterback will move.
Well, Tom, I'm just tired, like, on TV. I get you guys want to back him up because he's a player. I get it. This is my problem with all y'all, though. You sit there and you want to make it like I watch the games like everyone else. You can't sit here and tell me what I'm watching. Like, yo, he's not playing great sometimes. You want to put him on like I'm not even saying he's going to be bad, Tom. I'm just like, it seems like with him, because of his record, we want to... When Tom Brady in the beginning was playing well, they like to compare him to Tom Brady. When Tom Brady was playing well, no one was like, oh, Tom Brady is amazing. They were like, this team's really good. He does a good job managing the game. So he was like tempered. This is ridiculous. You just want to move the goalposts. Like, we just want to make him an MVP candidate. I'm sorry. I don't care what his stats are. It's a different era, so your stats are going to be way more elevated than back then, especially with that team because they run the ball. The guy I don't think gets enough credit, and this is going to sound crazy because he gets some, but every time I watch them, the most consistent player is that running back. He is good every game. every freaking game. It takes like 4 people to tackle him. He gets like 2 touchdown runs. He catches 8 passes. He's amazing. He's amazing.
Yeah.
McCaffrey doesn't get enough credit. If you gave him the MVP, seriously, would not care. I love Lamar, but McCaffrey was amazing all year. I would not even be mad. I'd be like, hey, that's fair. He was great in that game.
Honestly, I would love to see an MVP go to a running
Now, to
back.
be fair,
You
Tom
know,
knows
all
this
these
is my
quarterbacks get
bias.
way too much love.
Tom knows this is my bias too. I love running backs, but I'm just like, dude, I watched them when we played the 49ers. Even when we were down, I was like, I was afraid of him because even when they did little draw plays when they were down by like 10, the Ravens, he's getting like 15.
He burst off big plays against the Ravens.
Yeah. Oh my
He's
God.
not the problem. He is so deathly. I'm scared of him in the open.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God.
Or even those 2 scores against Green Bay, he made those safeties look like clowns.
Dude, he's
Green Bay
tough.
safeties, I mean, are not good. I'll just start there.
I'm just tired of like this notion where like you can play like crap, your team comes back and it's like a team effort and like some lucky stuff happens, okay? And I get it, whatever. Actually, I never liked that thing. I never like when you go, well, it technically wasn't a pick. Come on, dude, it was a bad throw. Lamar had one of them in the game the other day where Bolton dropped it in the championship game. Bad throw's a bad throw. Stop trying to like sit here and be like, well, he dropped it. Well, what the fuck? What does that mean?
Exactly. No, exactly. No.
What are we
That
doing?
was a terrible throw. He overthrew. Like, dude, you have big wide receivers, and he can't. He sucks, man.
No, yeah, you have
I'm
physical.
sorry.
You have
He's not-
physical.
Wait, dude, Trent Dilfer at times is better because Trent Dilfer at least. Anyways, I'm sorry, Brock Purdy. He's lucky because that team has the depth, and I think they also have the veteran leadership that's been there before to do it.
And we'll get into this later, like in our other shows leading up to the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a very good Super Bowl. I think San Francisco definitely has a chance, but I think Tom is absolutely right what he said at the very beginning when we talked about San Francisco. Kyle Shanahan has a lot to prove. He blew a Super Bowl, and I don't care. I know Atlanta's defense didn't play great, but you just stopped running the ball when you were the offensive coordinator for some reason. When you were getting like, what was it, like 6, 7 a carry, which was crazy. It's like, dude, run the ball. What are we doing? It's like you were like, hey, let's play the game like we're just started. No, dude, you're winning. Don't throw the ball and get your quarterback hit. And then the other one against Mahomes, I will vividly remember this. I told you about this time. It was 3rd and 1. You were up by 10. You were running for 8. I remember it was like 8 yards a carry against Kansas City in 2019. You decided, hey, you know what would be a good idea? Let's throw. Jimmy G missed a pass, and then you had to punt. Then they scored. Then the rest is history. You lost the game. Richard Sherman's still getting passed over by the guy. Okay, Mr. Watkins is like, bye. Okay.
Sammy Watkins.
And I love Richard Sherman. I'm not even hating. Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer Richard Sherman, but should be. But just say it. Not his best moment. We all have bad ones, Richard. We love you, buddy.
hey, I mean, hey, you know, he was good with the Legion of Boom, I'll say that, but
Yeah.
it seems like elsewhere he was meh. Anyways, he just likes, it's funny because he likes to run his mouth. Anyways, yeah, like, look,
He talks a lot, yeah.
Like I said, man, I just get, like, just please, like, I just want the NFL media sometimes to be objective. Stop drooling over
Yeah,
people.
no, I agree.
You know, it's even like Chris Collinsworth with Mahomes. Like, we get it. Everybody knows how good he is. But I get tired of why do we always, like, he was comparing Jordan Love to Patrick Mahomes. I'm like, time out.
He's his own
They're
guy.
not the same quarterback.
His
They're
own
not
guy.
even close.
Yeah.
He does the things he does are more similar to, like, Rodgers and
Yep.
Favre.
Yep.
Not
I
even, like, just stop. Like, and that's even with the whole Brock Purdy thing. Like, oh, well, he was a late round draft pick. That doesn't mean
He's Tom Brady.
he's not ready. He's not close.
He's not 6'5". He's not 6'5". Stop. He can move.
Dude, he's not anywhere near Tom Brady tier. He's doing a good job of winning and executing and running
Yes.
that offense.
Yes.
That is totally fair, and that's a fair analytical position, and just keep it that way.
Yes.
But I don't want to get too fired up. You know, like I said.
This is my thing, though, man. This is.
I think it'll be an interesting Super Bowl. I think you have where, hey, you're starting to say like Patrick Mahomes is potentially in that like upper echelon of like the all-time great quarterbacks when we talk about championship wins. And then this one's Kyle Shanahan's legacy's on the line, man. If he loses this one,
He's
Is
a
he just
choker,
not a
man.
finisher,
Big,
man?
big Super Bowl
Yeah.
choker, man. It's just is what it is, and I think it's valid because it's not even his game plans. His game plans have been good in the Super Bowls. It's like when it gets to the crunch time, he makes like weird decisions where you're like, I just documented them. I didn't get any of them. I'm like, what are you doing? I remember the Atlanta Super Bowl. I'm like, there's no way the Patriots can come back because if he runs the ball, oh, Tom, you're breaking up. We're good. Tom?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I thought your phone was breaking up. But yeah, it's like I don't understand what you're doing sometimes. I'm like, bro, run the ball. When I was watching that Super Bowl, I'm like, there's no way they can come back. They're gonna run the ball. They're running all over them. No, we're gonna throw. I'm like, what is he doing? Like, anyway.
Yep.
And
Nah,
then I just went over the San Francisco one. I got to do it again. But it was just like, it's like he wants to show you I can. I watched this play. They're not ready for it. It's like, dude, sometimes it's simple. Like you were saying with Dan Campbell. Sometimes I get you want to be aggressive, but it's sometimes there's like a play that I guess it's too easy. Like anyone would do it. So they're like, I don't want to do it, but just do it. Like Pete Carroll with Marshawn Lynch. Run the ball. Okay, run the ball. What are we doing? What are we doing, guys?
yeah.
We're trying to make this a lot more complicated than it has to be. Hey,
Well,
run it.
and I think kind of in the show, I think a lot of it is these coaches, they build this culture and identity. And I mean, that, like, you think about Detroit, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are so, like, into this biting kneecaps. Hey, everyone against us. We're going to prove you wrong. And I think sometimes, hey, in those moments, you got to understand is it's just being smart. Play the probabilities,
Mhm.
right? The probabilities in the playoffs, that analytics needs to go out the window because it's just like it does. Like, Josh, we've watched so much football in our lives and so many playoff games, and I mean, it's just there's weird. I've seen just some of the most bizarre things ever. I mean, and it's just as a Packer fan, like for the love of God. 4th and 26 to this day still haunts me because it makes no sense.
It does not.
One of the worst receivers in the NFL was wide.
Freddie Mitchell.
Freddie Mitchell, and it made his name. And like the Eagles, this is what like Andy Reid, they just notoriously they could never do it. Like this before Andy Reid won that first Super Bowl at Kansas City, he was the Kyle Shanahan of the NFL.
He was.
This guy cannot finish anything.
Well, he also had a problem with running the ball in big spots. He would stop. It's true. It was like all the same.
Oh yeah, no, exactly, and there's something to be said. Running the ball matters because it just sets up. Again, you can't have linebackers and safeties that just are like they don't
tee
have
off.
to
Yeah.
run support or anything, and that's how you get them off their spots. Like these guys are too good in the NFL. This isn't college where you got one guy that's going to the NFL and a bunch of frat guys that play football. Right? These are the best athletes in the world, and you got to trick them, man. But anyways, look, man, it'll be interesting. It was an interesting championship weekend. I don't think it went well for either of us, just rooting interest-wise.
No.
Um,
You know what though? I want to give Kansas City respect, and I thought it was going to be a good game. That was the one I wasn't. Honestly, that one I'm actually okay with the Ravens losing. I thought Kansas City played well, great, deserving, all that. Detroit's the one that hurt me more, man, because I'm like, you guys had it. You had it. You had it.
I feel for Detroit, man. I mean, I love it because I wanted the NFC North to get some love for once.
Dude, if the Ravens played the,
because they think they're all these bad teams, they're good.
oh yeah, they are, dude. Next year you're gonna have the fun division with that rivalry, dude. Oh my god, about to be real. They're about to be real.
Yeah, I'm definitely like, dude. The coming years are gonna be really fun with Detroit. That's gonna be like I had a lot of fun.
Thanksgiving about to be lit.
Well, I had a lot of fun when the Lovie Smith Bears used to be a pain in the side of the Packers, right? And they were really good. I mean, people forget Jay Cutler had that amazing divisional round game against Seattle in like 2010.
Where he ran, yeah, for touchdowns. It was great.
Well, yeah, like those are really well built Chicago teams. They played to the style of their city, and
I agree.
I mean, and it was fun when it mattered, when it was. There's something said about I love when there's division rivals playing a title game.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a good game. And you can tell there's a little bit of blood. Like, hey, out for blood. It's just fun, man, and it's fun too when I've gotten to witness Green Bay on the winning side. I think there's some franchises that are very frustrated when they play their rivals in the playoffs. So, but anyways, man. Well, it's been fun up to this point. We're gonna crush it. Like you said, we got some more content and shows coming up, and
Oh well, we're gonna do some other stuff for the off season. We'll do some other content, but I got only last thing I gotta say. I just want to go back to the Purdy thing, just because I just don't feel like the criticism's unwarranted. I think it's more people gassing up a little bit, guys. I just don't think it's. You got to stop putting the pedestal for people before they've earned it. Okay, he's a really good player. He's solid. Not only that, I think you're putting unrealistic expectations on the guy. When if he eventually has a bad game, which happens to everybody, I want people to also give him a break, okay? Because it's not his fault. You're all putting him on a higher pedestal than he needs to be on. Dude just became a star. It's his second year. He's had a major injury before he came back this year. Let's be fair to the guy. Give him time. God, it's so quick now, dude. They just want to. You either want to throw people in the trash or you want to put them at this like ridiculous arc that they can't possibly like maintain. Like it's wild. The NFL fans and media are crazy now. It's just like you win one game and it's like this guy's the greatest ever, and then as soon as he plays a bad game, he's the worst quarterback that's ever played. Give these guys a. Remember when Jordan Love, you all wanted to bench him and said how bad he was, and Green Bay needed to get a quarterback. The media. Oh, now I like how in the middle of the year you guys are just like, well, he's the greatest. I'm like, make up your mind, like y'all, because you guys were so quick to like throw the guy in the trash. Okay.
yeah.
I just want everyone to keep that mentality with.
When he's, also too like in year two, they could start off slow again.
Yeah. I want you to keep that mentality to everybody with Purdy. Leave him alone. Like, let him grow. We don't know what he is yet. Just stop being ridiculous.
This is who Purdy is. I don't think.
Oh, I think you're right, but I can see it now. The same.
It's not bad. I get what you're saying, though. Like, look, it's just not bad. And people need to stop forcing him into. Stop comparing quarterbacks. They're all so different.
Different, yes.
Like even Jordan Love. Jordan Love is not. People are like some of the throws and the daring throws he makes. They're still not hard throws.
No.
Those are his style, and I like it. It's a little different.
Yeah, No, you're right. I just tired of like.
Trying to like. But again, it doesn't write a narrative or a story, so I understand that too. But,
no, I get that, but give my running backs credit. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Y'all hate my running backs. Leave my boys alone.
Seriously.
Let my men run.
Players on that field are Christian McCaffrey and Patrick Mahomes, and then probably not Jason Kelce, Travis Kelce.
No, I agree. It's wild. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Likes as always are appreciated. Sorry. Stay awesome, my friends. All right, Tom. And as always,
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.